Well, Christmas is a wonderful time to remember the hope that God gave us about the future of this world and his work in it. This world, as Revelation 11 says, becoming the kingdom of our God and of his Christ. And this is a wonderful time to remember it because we sing it constantly. For instance, joyful, all you nations rise. Join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Or, no more let sins and sorrows grow, nor thorns infest the ground. He comes to make his blessings flow far as the curse is found. Or even, and I think we sang this one last Sunday, for lo, the days are hastening on, by prophet bards foretold. When with the ever-circling years comes round that age of gold, when peace shall over all the earth its ancient splendors fling, and the whole world sing back the song which now the angels sing. Last week, we talked about the last of the distinctives of our church that, well, kind of make us stick out in this culture and in the contemporary church at large. We have been in a few months of looking at our distinctives after looking at which weren't our distinctives before that, how we just line up with everybody. But the last one of our distinctives that stick out is optimistic eschatology. Optimistic eschatology. Some people call this postmillennialism, and the millennium is beautiful, but the timing of the millennium is not the most important of issues in all of this discussion. And some people call this preterism, and that is helpful hermeneutic, but the timing of the Great Tribulation, as important as it is not foremost in this discussion. Rather, what is foremost in any schedule that we adopt about the timing of the fulfillment of God's future promises, what is foremost is that however you look at the future, it should be plumb full of hope. It should be plumb full of hope. Do you have an end times understanding that makes you daily go forward boldly? Do you have an eschatology that, Romans 5:5, does not disappoint? Do you have, like Proverbs 31 woman, a look at the future that makes you look at the future and laugh? The most important Christian stance to the future is this: hope. Hope. Brave, bold, enduring hope. So today's exhortation is simply a reminder of forgotten promises that we need to put back into our regular thoughts and conversations about the future of this earth as Christ's kingdom expands here. So listen to these forgotten promises, believe them, and live accordingly. This from Isaiah 2:2-3. Now it shall come to pass in the later days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established as the top of the mountains. And he will judge between the nations and rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. That's the latter days. Well, this, Daniel 2:44. In the days of these kings, the God of heaven will set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these other kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Or this, Habakkuk 2:14. For the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as waters cover the sea. Or this, Psalm 27:8. In his days the righteous shall flourish, the abundance of peace too, until, not after, but until the moon is no more. He shall have dominion from sea to sea and from the rivers to the ends of the earth. And let's throw a New Testament one in there. 1 Corinthians 15:25. He must reign until he has put all enemies under his feet. Then the last enemy will be destroyed, which is death. All our enemies fall before the resurrection, all of them. Christian, the point of it all is that Christ wins. Christ wins. He wins, and he wins this earth. These promises and so many more that we don't have time for this morning about the future are gold and goodness to you and tell you how you should stand towards the world right now. You are in a battle. It is a battle where the outcome is known. For he will fulfill the prayer that he taught us to pray with his own divine lips. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Christian, in this, there is no place for despair or defeatism or hopelessness in your faith. So, if that is where you have been, well, now is our time to do that thing that we do so often because it is our privilege. Confess. Hear this from Isaiah 66:2. For all these things my hand has made, and all these things exist, says the Lord, but on this one will I look, on him who is poor and of a contrite spirit, and who trembles at my word. Well, let's tremble at his word.